events program. So actually today we will start with very, very, very good masterclass. But from the first point, I want to speak a little bit in Lithuanian to congratulate everyone who is Lithuanians here. And after that, we will speak only in English in this program. Tai sveiki visi, smagu Jūs pamatyti. Taip aktyviai jungiasi, aš tikiuosi Vaiva ten spėja visus prijungti, kiek tai yra, nes tokių daug labai prisijungimų. Ir labai smagu matyti tarptautinėje coachingo savaitėje, tai yra savaitę trunkantis renginys profesionalios coachingo bendruomenės. Ir šią savaitę mes turėsime nuostabių pranešimų. Visą savaitę jų užsipildęs tvarkaraštis, aš tikiuosi ir Jūs savo tvarkaraštyje pasižymėjote tas datas, laikus ir rasite savo naudos, vertės kiekviename iš šitų pranešimų. Taip, tai gal pasisveikinkite irgi, norisi pamatyti, ar čia yra gyvų, kažkaip tai chat, galite parašyti su kokia nuotaika, su kokiu entuziazmu ar kažkokiu klausimu, gal kažkas tai labiausiai patraukė, sudomino, tai parašykit, norisi matyti, kad šita bendruomenė kažkaip tai prisijungia, yra gyva. Tai va, ir tada aš jau perėsiu prie anglų kalbos dabar. Tai hello again, everyone. Welcome to International Coaching Week series of events organized annually by International Coaching Federation. And International Coaching Week is a week celebration of the professional coaching community that takes place every year in May. During the celebration, we invite individuals and organizations around the world to understand, explore, try, and discover the possibilities offered by coaching. And today we have Peter Stefanyi. I'm very excited to see him here because I heard about your workshops a lot. I am alumni of Ericsson International School, and my colleagues told many times about that they went out with bloomed minds, from your workshop. They were really excited and went many times to the same, and every time got something new. So I'm really excited to see you here. And Dr. Peter Stefanyi is an international trainer for a global coaching institution, Ericsson College, trains in more than 10 countries. Maybe, Peter, you can say how many already. Co-creator and co-organizer, of the worldwide initiative for coaches. Do you want to play a world game? Just passed in Thailand, isn't it? Yeah. Co-author of 2 books, physicist, yes, PhD, who brought physics into coaching, and therefore we have today this masterclass, 4Q map of ICF Core Competences as the tool to deepen coaching conversations. So welcome, Peter, and I want to say hello to you and give you a microphone.
Thank you, Sonata. Thank you very much for introducing me and introducing the Coaching Week. Yes, welcome everyone during the Coaching Week, which happens every year in May, and it's a celebration of coaching and exploration of coaching. So we have a workshop, we have 90 minutes, but don't count on me just talking to you. No, that's not how I do it. You will need to turn on your brain, otherwise you get nothing. So the deal is that you will need to turn on your brain and co-create the workshop with me. I will give you the format, but the content is yours. You need to bring up your stuff. That will work. Is that a deal? This is yes, this is no. Okay. If you don't show signs of life, I get bored and I run away. I get bored very quickly in online events. So you need to keep me alive here. Now, the topic of today's session is that we use what Sonata mentioned, I do systemic thinking and four-quadrant thinking around the world in many countries, from Vancouver to China and Indonesia. And the technology, the basics of technology is here. It's the application of four-quadrant systemic thinking to coaching. I did spend some time and I systematized the core competencies into a map to assist people to use it as a visual map for coaching. And we will build, every one of you who wants to work, the choice is yours, will build up your own map, and then you will have the possibility to use it for your coaching, to improve your coaching, and as well as a client and as well as a coach. So that's what we will work on. So what I suggest is, I have it myself, that you take 2 sheets of A4 paper, and we will begin to build up such map. In first half an hour, I will take you through the competencies with such map, but I will be just asking questions. You will be working as well. And you will build up your own map. And then with that map, you will be coaching in a very short session in triads in a breakout room. That will be the second part of our workshop. And in the third part, we will discuss what we got. And we will have some Q&A session. So please, everyone, take a piece of paper, and we will be building up your map with your own priorities on it, and then you will use it for coaching. Is that a deal? Does that sound like a deal? Okay. To some of you, it sounds like a deal. So I take it as a deal then. So now I will share screen. I will be building up this one by one on the screen. I prefer to do it on the screen so you see how it's appearing, because this is the end result, what you see behind me, but we need to build it up with certain method for you to grasp well how it works. So I will share screen. I will make slideshow. Hopefully you see my screen. I will minimize the pictures, yes. And now, where am I? I'm in the end of it. How come? Stop sharing screen. I need to share screen again. Okay, here I am. Do you see this?
Sharing? No, I cannot see.
You cannot see my screen?
No, cannot.
That's strange.
It was before, it was the main slide, but after you change something, I cannot see at this moment. Yeah, maybe it's coming.
Maybe it's coming.
View. Now it's desktop view.
Okay, thank you for navigating me. Now do you see it?
Now I can see ICF 8CC.
Okay, good. So we are starting on building up the picture. It will be the 8 core competencies built up in a certain way. So let us just... Doesn't want to go. All sorts of things. Oh, no, now it's appearing. It's just slow. Okay. The first competency is coaching ethics, and the second is coaching mindset. So let's assume this is a kind of a sea, that all coaching happens in the coaching, floating in the sea of coaching ethics. Everybody needs to understand the ethics. And all coaches work on themselves, have a reflective practice, educate themselves in coaching, and understand what kind of what are the prerequisites for coaching. So it's all happening in the sea of coaching ethics and coaching mindset. But what is happening? Now let's go into a session. The session has certain, so to say, the root. And the root is coaching presence, maintains presence. So what, in your view, is the root of maintaining presence? You know, coaching cannot happen without this. Every coach needs to prepare and put herself or himself in the mind of a coaching presence. Meaning the coach is observant, empathetic, and responsive to the whole of a client. Responsive to the whole of the client.
We got some answers, build rapport, active listening.
Yes. What else is the root of coaching presence?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Not distracted, calibrating,
Mm-hmm.
listening to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to the real essence of the person, being where your feet are, grounded, empathetic, body language, being with coachee, silence, internal, energy, paying attention to paying attention to not just words, but emotions too, being in contact, giving space for client to reveal his issue by himself, non-judgmental attitude, allow silence, authentic, not judgmental. Quite many already. Being curious.
Being curious. So you are naming a lot of things. Please read still. What's there?
Okay. Also looking at person non-verbal communication. Presence is disconnecting from us as coaches, not bringing one's own chatter into the session. Whole person as coach. Oh, it's so many. Okay, whole person being coach, holding the mirror to the coachee, but not leaving your fingerprints on it. Very nice metaphor. Just being there, fully open, safe space, being there in the moment, being here now. Quite many the same already, repeating.
Thank you. So a lot of things is appearing, and you can
Awareness.
take inspiration from each other. Maybe I would zero in and focus you on that the coach needs to be responsive to the whole person of the client, the who, and as well to what the client wants. Responsive, that's very interesting. And the coach allows for silence, pause, or reflection. So as some of you noted, the coach goes to the background and allows the client to step on stage, and at the same time is responding to the whole of the client. So this is the competency number 5, maintains presence, and you summarized a lot of the qualities of this competency, which is the root of the coaching. Without that, there is no coaching. So now some of you might make a note for yourself into the picture you are building. In the center one, maybe a word or something which stays with you that you maybe need to work on or improve or to be even better than as it is now. So make note of maybe your preference on what to work, and we'll move from now on to the next competency. Okay. I allowed you some time to notice your preference for improvement around this competence as we brainstormed a lot of qualities. The next one, which is metaphorically around coaching presence, is listening. Imagine that now you have coaching presence with all those qualities, and basically with that, you listen to the client. So listening is, so to say, in all corners and surrounds the coaching presence like a glove. Now, the same thing I will ask you, listens actively. What are the qualities of this for you? Please write in the chat and I will ask Sonata to highlight some of the keywords, please.
Connection. This is an interesting one. Sorry, it was concerning another competence. Watching out, just a moment, for what is not said, what is said and what is not being said. Yeah, focusing on the client attentively and reflecting. Look in the eyes, don't interrupt. Full awareness. Listen both verbal and non-verbal. Listen paying attention to all submodalities. Listen for what is not said. Listening equals observing every detail. Verbal and not verbal. Listen without judgment. Summarizing what they said, changes in their body. Work with silence. Noticing. Listen not to respond, but understand. Go beyond what is said. Is repeating already. Listen, paying attention to all submodalities. Yeah, it's the same already.
Okay,
listen
so
all senses. Yeah.
So thank you for your contributions. I will focus your attention on certain markers of listening, which is that the questions from the coach are customized by what the coach learned about the client. So they are not off, just mechanical questions, but they are based on what the coach already has learned and is learning from and about the client. Now, one more is that the coach inquires and explores the words the client is using. The same with emotions. The coach explores clients' emotions and or behaviors and how they perceive themselves in the world. You mentioned that the coach doesn't interrupt unless there is a coaching reason to does interrupt. And the coach reflects and summarizes for clarity and understanding. So all this is again around maintaining presence, active listening. And again, I ask you to maybe make a note about the preference in which one maybe you were not doing so much up to now and you can improve. So as you draw this shape on your piece of paper, make note about the preference, which might be a room for improvement for you. And I allow you a few seconds for that, and then we move into the next competency. And now in the bottom corner, agreements are appearing. Competency number 3 establishes and maintains agreements. That's, so to say, without agreements, we don't know what do we want to work on. So please, again, brainstorm into the chat few qualities of this competency maintains agreements. And Sonata, please read them to me.
Yeah, I like your drawing. It looks like a root, agreement looks like a root.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for the metaphor.
Yes, I can see clarity, trust, working in partnership, being very clear on what coaching is and what is not, clearly stating what coaching is about, commitment, define, setting partnership, expectations and direction, keeping boundaries, purpose. What is the goal for the session and the bigger goal?
And the bigger.
Helping the coachee to stay focused, defining responsibilities and ownership, client-centered. Both client and coach know what they are doing in the session and what is the outcome. Confidentiality, a good one. The scope of work of the coaching engagement, soft guidance, time frame, rules, exploring the agreement, clarity again and again until very focusing what really matters on the topic. Building trust, confidentiality, yeah, it's about the same.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for summarizing. So I would more specifically from the PCC markers bring your attention to that in this competency, the coach partners with the client to identify or reconfirm what the client wants to accomplish in this session, specifically in the session. Similarly, the coach partners with the client to define or confirm measures of success for what they want to achieve in this session. The coach inquires about and or explores what is important or meaningful to the client about what they want to achieve in this session. Now it's all about this session. And coach partners with the client to define what the client believes they need to address to achieve what they need to accomplish in this session. So this is now coming to the session, to refinement of the agreement, measures of success, why it is important, and what needs to be addressed to achieve it in this session. I again would ask you to maybe highlight for yourself one area for improvement and note it into this segment, the green segment of agreements. You might work with it. And I go to the next. Sonata noticed that this is like a root, and now something like the top of it is appearing, the end result, which is learning and growth. So it's going up now, and learning and growth appeared, competency number 8. And already like this, if you have coaching presence, listening, agreements, and some attention on learning and growth, you are doing a good coaching session. So for beginning coaches, this is already a good start. So now I want you to brainstorm, and Sonata, please read what according to you would constitute the qualities of learning and growth from the perspective of this competence.
Okay, waiting now for your answers. Acknowledgements. Ask what the client is learning about themselves. How will they implement the new insights from the session back to the day? Moving forward, new awareness. Who can client be? Constant learning about yourself, constant self-reflection first. Create awareness, exploring beliefs. self-awareness, taking session learning and translating to life situations. Help the client to be surprised of himself. Exploring beliefs. Customer's insight, helping client to unlearn and build new mindset. Being mindful. Reflect and mirror. Reflective questions. Invite to express learnings. That's it, probably.
Thank you for the contributions. I would again recapitulate the main ones from the point of view of PCC markers, which would be the somebody noticed in the beginning that the coach invites the client to state or explore the client's learning about themselves, about the who, about their topic, about that's the what, about their situation. So the learning in 3 areas: about myself, about my situation, and about my topic. How to use this learning forward, how does it affect your post-session thinking and action, creating some action plan, accountability structures, and similarly the coach celebrates, as somebody mentioned, the client's progress, and the coach partners with the client to complete the session. So I repeat again, if you have the coaching presence, listening, agreements, and some questions towards learning and growth, you are doing well. You are doing a reasonably good coaching session. So please note again in this competency number 8, maybe one area for improvement and for growth, learning and growth. So one of these things which were mentioned, maybe you want to focus on in the future. I give you a few seconds and then I move on to deepen the coaching session.
And I like a few new ones, preparing for obstacles and connecting bigger context. It's also, I think, important.
Connecting to bigger context of life. Yes, thank you. And overcoming obstacles. Yes. So now we have the so to say, the basic coaching session. And how to deepen the coaching session is going and deepening it leftwards into the dark green by improving on trust and safety. Trust and safety between the coach and the client is similar, like in many other helping professions, is basically really important for the client to open up and to move forward. So please brainstorm what is, according to you, the attributes of competency number 4, cultivates trust and safety.
No judgment. Active. Confidentiality. Active listening. Integrity. Inviting response. Adaptation to client's culture, personality. Confidentiality, partnership. Acceptance as it is, creating a safe space for sharing. Open. Adhering to code of ethics. Clarity, empathy, openness. No distractions, internal or from the outside. Be a safe place for the coachee. Yeah.
Thank you. I will just highlight that the coach, as you mentioned, acknowledges and respects the client's unique talents, insights, and work in the coaching process. The coach shows support, empathy, or concern. The coach acknowledges and supports the client's expression of feelings, perceptions, concerns, beliefs, suggestions, so basically creating this safe space, and it's not non-judgmental. And an important one is that the coach partners with the client by inviting the client to respond in any way to the coach's contributions and accepts the client's response. So it's not pushing the client into reacting in certain ways, but inviting, I say this, what do you say to that? Or what do you think about that? And it's not attached to the outcome. So again, please note one of the qualities which might be developmental for you in this area of deepening the coaching session by increasing the trust and safety area. I leave you a few seconds and then I move on. And finally comes competency number 7, which is evokes awareness. Some of you already mentioned attributes of this competency in other competencies. So now I will ask you to focus on what are the qualities of this competency number 7, evokes awareness.
Powerful questions,
Mm-hmm.
presence, repeating in every competency, discovering nuances about self, and new perspective about situation, issue, open-end questions, reflection, make clients see who they are, reflecting back, reframe, the greatness in client, asking to summarize, holding the mirror to them, make client reflect internally, going beyond that stated, understanding different points of view, paraphrasing, noticing connection.
Okay, thank you. And now what I would highlight here is that the coach asks questions around the current ways of thinking, feeling, values, and beliefs and behaviors of the client, but as well as to go explore beyond the current thinking, feeling, and behavior, changes perspectives and reframes, as somebody mentioned. So moving the client beyond the current paradigm.
اجازه طويله وكل حد هياخد اجازه فبنحاول نشفت نتاكد
Please close the microphones.
فهنعرف على اخر اليوم او
Somebody has a microphone on, please mute. And then coach asks questions to move beyond current thinking, behavior. Coach shares, and this is important, coach shares what's arising, what the coach observes or what's arising in the coach without attachment. This is very important. And coach asks primary, direct, open-ended questions one at a time, at a pace that allows for thinking, feeling, or reflection by the client. And coach allows the client to do most of the talking. So again, please find one area and highlight it for maybe future progress. And with this, if I go in the opposite direction and I deconstruct, this is the deepening elements. This is the bare bone coaching session. This is the end of the coaching session. This is the beginning of the coaching session. This is the tool, the universal tool. Listening is the universal tool for the coaching session. And basically, maintains presence is the root, the start of all coaching. So this is the whole picture. We build it up. And now I will invite you with your priorities to indulge, and I invite the tech host to prepare triads for, in total, 30 minutes. You'll have 3 times 9 minutes and some minute for the changeover, 3 times 9 minutes, in total 30 minutes for the exercise. The topic is, where did it go? The topic is how to improve my coaching with the 4-quadrant map. And use your map, both a client and a coach. The coach might ask questions around that, simple questions, and the client might answer from a map. And the observer is watching for time, so can interfere when the 9 minutes are over to change. And the second goal of the observer is to observe how others might approach his or her priorities. So the observer has a learning task as well. So I repeat, the topic is how to improve my coaching with a 4-quadrant map we just built. Both can use the notes, the coach and the client. And the observer watches the time, and at the same time watches how others approach his own or her own priorities. So this is the task, and it popped up that I can open the all rooms, I guess. So I open all rooms if that's on me. If not, then the tech host, please do that.
Okay. Quite many already run away.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you opening the rooms? Because I was prepared already. But
Okay, good. So they are there, right? I stop sharing.
okay.
Okay, so Nata, if you prepared, you can.
I think we have
Finish.
some. Okay, just one moment. Then
Excuse me, could you show again the quadrant map just to?
Yeah,
be-
it's behind me, so you see it here.
Yeah, it's not possible to see.
It's not possible to see.
Too small. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so I will share screen again and show it for those of you who it's kind of not easy because all things are popping out on me. Okay, I will go up. Here it is. Take a screenshot if you see. No, take a screenshot.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, you're welcome.
Peter, I opened 20 rooms and probably not everyone will be signed in. So that's why maybe
Yeah, that usually happens.
4 people
Yeah.
in the room, approximately.
That usually happens in such situation.
And for how many minutes this breakout room?
30 minutes in total.
30.
30.
Okay.
And actually, it is so sad because everybody is leaving now.
Yeah.
And from the 100, over 100, we have only.
We had 130 before, and now it's 40. No, they are leaving to breakout rooms.
Hey, to break room. Oh, okay. Thanks God.
They moved to breakout rooms, I hope.
Yeah, they moved to breakout rooms.
Thank God.
No problem. Okay, so please, everyone, just connect and discuss. Okay, I can see.
I guess that I have the problem. I decline because I was waiting for the picture of this map, and I guess I did not get it.
Okay, Svetlana, I will
Thank
find you. Just a moment. Maybe you remember the breakout room we were in?
Excuse me, not paid attention to that.
Okay, just a moment. I will try to find you. Oh, I can. Somebody's asking. Okay.
And there are 4 in waiting room for people. That means should I entering them in this webinar or no?
Yes, I think you should because they probably left it somehow. Maybe it's technical issue. Just a moment. I'm trying to find Svetlana now, and somehow it's I will check from participant list. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. You. So you are Svetlana. I can see that you moved to the room, not joined. Okay.
No, I was in a room, but there was only one person, Mariana, and he said he's in a wrong Zoom session. And then
okay.
So I left.
Okay, so I will try to find you another room. Isabel, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll try to find just a moment. Yeah. So I will assign you to another room.
Yeah, there are some of the breakout rooms which are semi.
Okay, I try.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah, I did already.
You just
Yeah.
choose a one which has not so many people and.
Hi, can you put me in a breakout room, please, Sterna?
Yes, Stern, yeah, okay, yeah, I can see you.
Some of them there are 2, some of them 4, which is
Yeah.
okay, you know. They are coaches, so they should be able to figure out that if there is 2 of them, they don't have an observer. If there is 4 of them, they need to kind of
Okay, I
figure
can
out their
see.
way around.
I will try now to mix a little bit those.
Hi, sorry, I'm back in the main room because there was no one in my room.
Could you please say your name and I will try to find you some.
No hasto.
No has
Do you
to,
want me
yeah.
to write it?
I will try. What is the first letter of your name?
Laura.
It was written, yeah, Laura.
Laura Straub.
Yes.
Okay, can see. So here's no one. Okay, can see now. So I assign you to number 1.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I can see some rooms. Anyone else need some help? Technical help? Okay. Maybe we'll. Okay,
So
someone.
hopefully everybody is working. Some might be.
Okay. Check. got some
Sonata
requests.
del Istes. Do you see about Istes sonata?
Yeah, I can see, but is it Roman 8 or which Iste? And she is in the room number 8. So I'm not sure which Iste it is.
It shows for me only name Iste.
Yeah. I wrote to her that because I can see that she's in the room number 8. Viva, could you please help me and join the rooms and check if everyone is okay there?
In their rooms?
Yeah, or you can stay here. I can join and just will check quickly.
I will stay here. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you are.
Maybe you can put some music for some people who
There is
doesn't want.
people? Okay.
Yeah, there. Viva, could you please stop the recording at this moment?
Ask you to summarize in the chat in one short, succinct sentence. What did you get out of the exercise?
If I may, a little bit shortly, because we had only just one full round and only one half session, and I was a client in one of the sessions, so for me it was very interesting that it allows very straightly to go to the purpose, to the goal, to the question, like what exactly I would like, just not going around the question and issue I would like to solve, but just going straight to the point, what is the most important for me in the session, and also for me learning as a coach, learning for the session, learning for the case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So answers are coming. Thank you, my group. I can trust my intuition, a chance to think deeply. I feel like coaching supervision, very helpful. We went through all the core competencies and reflected on it. We didn't do really a coaching session. It was more of a facilitating session, focused and reflected on client talks instead of my body language. Great connection with my amazing peer, exploring different sides of the same experience. Love the quadrant. It helped me reflect how my not observing a certain competency impacts the other competencies. That's very interesting. It was great to share and get ideas on what we can work on and how to do that. Deep self-reflection. Thank you, my group. Okay, so some of you, yeah, somebody raised your hand. Please go ahead, but make it short, please. Yes.
Yeah, sure. I actually did not realize I have this blind spot, which I got through the coaching session. This is the first time I coached somebody outside India, and my client had to ask what I was telling. The question, I had to repeat the question multiple times. So I realized that it's not the same way I can go with everyone. So I need to look at making my questions simpler. So this was a blind spot which got revealed now in this session, and I'm really thankful for this session, this opportunity.
You're welcome. So you're bringing intercultural differences as well. Culture matters, definitely. That's wonderful. And I realized when I looked while you were in the breakout sessions that it's people from all around the world, from Australia to India to Poland and Germany and Singapore and I don't know, China, all sorts of places. So it's wonderful. So you got a lot of insights from that. What I want you to just remind you, and I will bring up again the pictures. I will share the screen very shortly again, just with this picture. That please, those of you who didn't manage to take a print screen, take a print screen of the picture. So we built this picture, and it's a visual aid. If you draw it in a piece of paper, you put it next to the screen when you coach someone with your priorities. It will remind you about your priorities. Similarly, you can use it. So I will give another 30 seconds for you to take print screens if you want to. Okay, I will stop sharing now. So, see, I use a lot of these, and I have plenty from various sessions myself. I kind of either pin it next to the computer when I coach or mentor when I have some priorities, or I make notes into the empty one when I mentor or do all sorts of coaching activities. So you can use it both ways. Either you put into the quadrants your current priority for your work, for improvement, and you have it as a visual aid next to the screen, or you have an empty one and you make notes into it, which helps you structure your thoughts from the session. Both ways works very well, and this is one of the main aims here, that you bring a long list of not only competencies, but the markers in the competencies into one visual picture. And that way you can highlight what you work on, and that will improve your skills in that area. So this is very practical, how to focus your work while coaching on something what needs to be worked on, and at the same time make notes. Now we have some time left for questions, so please go ahead if you have questions.
Many thanks to you, and some people said that I managed to get to the bottom of it, and thank to my group. Thank you, Peter. It's a new and amazing way of presenting core competencies. Your contribution into our growth is tremendous. This is awesome, says people. And of course, please ask the questions now, because Peter has time now to answer the questions.
Yes, Elsa, please go
Yes,
ahead.
Peter. So it's not really a question, but I just wanted to really thank you for this. It's, I've been trying to work on my competencies, but I'm also an NLP and emotional intelligence practitioner, and it was sometimes hard to keep, in the ICF framework. You've made it so much clear and easy to follow and improve. So I just wanted to thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I would just add that this is not a flat picture, but remember the process, how we brought this picture into life, that we started with the C of ethics and coaching mindset, and we put the core, the presence there, listening around it, and then the agreements and learning and growth, creating a vertical line, which is the basic coaching session. Already when you do that, you do pretty well. And then deepening in a horizontal by deepening the trust and safety, and asking questions and sharing towards increased awareness. And that will bring depth into the coaching session. And based on where you have your current to be improved area, you can realign and refocus your practice.
Yeah, that's the beauty of, having this template, and within session after session, see how the improvement is done. So yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome.
Mhm. We have a question from the chat, and after that, we will ask Karin on
Yes.
what competence Peter is working on now himself. That's the question for Peter.
What competency I'm working on? Yeah, I'm working now on creating trust and safety, and I'm clarifying. Let me be more specific because it's very, very strange. I am working on competency number 4, trust and safety, especially on marker 4.2. Coach shows support, empathy, or concern for the client, because these 3 words, support, empathy, or concern, with sympathy and the emotional words, have no totally clear meaningful contact in my views. I'm looking at various definitions of these words and trying to figure out how to bring that more specifically into life. So that's my area at the moment. Thank you for the question. And you had a question, Karin, yeah?
Yes, thank you. I have a question about where you place the core competencies. So, and I liked how you described how the core of a coaching conversation is sort of the vertical alignment. And interesting, like I feel that you brought up trust and safety. For me, I feel like trust and safety is also a real foundation, because without that, it's very difficult to get any coaching done. So I'm curious that you've put learning and growth on the top. I'm just questioning, wondering, you've thought about this way more than I have, but I'm wondering if putting trust and safety I think I would have put trust and safety on the top, and then maybe learning and growth on the side. Not that it really matters, but I'm just curious what your thinking was.
Yeah, thank you. It's a very good question. It's a very good question, and I need to share screen again to answer that question. So as I said in the beginning, this is an application of a 4-quadrant methodology, and 4 quadrants have a general rules of being symmetrical and aligned on various levels of abstractions. So basically, this lower level is always the most contentful physical area, and the left one is always the most relational area. So that's why trust and safety is here, because it's towards others. It's the integrational part, or how we integrate into the field, into society, into everything. And awareness, the right side, is how we differentiate. So this is more towards differentiation into being single unit out of the field or out of society. The bottom one is most physical. It's about transacting, basically coming down to the world. Is the, in more spiritual words, is the immanence, the transactional part, while the top one is the more transcendental, transcending directionality. That's why it's learning and growth. So it falls into a bigger model of 4 quadrants, which are aligned all the way from physics and mathematics all the way to the high level of abstractions of spirituality. And presence is in the middle, because that starts from the coach towards the client. And without that, it's very difficult. There are 2 units here. One is the coach, and the other one is the client. And if you would put a 3rd dimension here across, then it would be the coach on one side, going out from the root, from this competency 5. We are the blue one with the tool of listening, towards the green, which is the client-centered. So now I gave you a bit of a contextual view from a deeper or more broader perspective of 4-quadrant methodology in general. Thank you for the
That
question.
is so cool. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We have a few more questions. So is this
Yeah.
build-up of the quadrants expressing an order of session? Asking Sterna. It is build-up of the quadrants expressing an order of session, sorry.
Well, I don't fully understand that question. It's built up of 4 quadrants, but I don't understand the order of this. Well,
So can
yeah,
I
please.
can I clarify? You presented it in the order of presence, then listening. And my question is, are you suggesting that that's how a session gets built? Or is it everything, but you were building up the quadrants? So I was confused why you went in this order and what is this order determining?
Yeah. See, that, thank you for the question. That's the same basically answer as I gave a while ago, that I start from my inner core. I'm present. I begin to listen.
Okay.
And I listen to you as a client, which is, and I agree with you, which is all the green areas. On what do we work on? I kind of work towards creating trust and safety. I will challenge you or ask questions towards awareness, and finally towards your learning and growth. But it starts, the root starts from me listening towards you. And that's how the green ones, it's you, it's the aspect of you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Could you kindly share some more info about what you talked about, the framework of 4 quadrants, what you just explained to Karen?
That's a 3-day course. That's a 3-day
I know,
course.
but just a glimpse, because it clarified a lot. And
Well,
it sort of gives you a framework of all the different aspects that go into it.
Yes, see that's my life work, because I bring physics all the way from mathematics and physics towards the psyche, and it needs to be aligned. And the way it is aligned is that I look at the mathematical and physics side, and over there it's aligned, and on the other side, all level of abstractions are aligned all the way to what I said, that on the bottom is immanence, or transacting. On the top is transcendence, or learning and growth. On the left side, from my perspective, it's integrating into the field, or relating, and on the right side is differentiating into single units from the field. and I could speak for a few days about that. So that's a big topic, because this then can be broken down into all sorts of applications and perspectives, and basically, well.
Okay. Well, thank you for the little you've just educated us with.
Yeah, and it contains, it contains the thing that there are several traps we as people have, and this goes beyond them. One of the traps is that we do not tend to think that we are our bodies. We kind of are aware that I'm not only my body, right? Everybody do. Now, the second one is, most of the time we are aware that we are not our bodies and our emotions. Sometimes rage or anger takes over, and then we lose that awareness, and we are our anger, say, or sadness or something. But most of the time we are aware of that. We are not our emotions. But the big trap is thinking. Very, very often we tend to think, and we forget that we are not only our thoughts. So we get looped into thinking, and that's a big trap. And these 4 quadrants are visual, so they allow us to jump out of the trap of thinking, and we begin to get a perspective on our thinking, because we see, we can put even our thoughts on these maps and see them, and they become visual. So we move out of thinking trap into a visual mode, which is much more productive. So that's another way.
What's the 4th one? You said body.
The fourth one is basically the visual aspects, or the meta aspects, is the pattern of patterns.
Peter. Sorry, Lubov said that she would like to invite you to make a course, but I know that you have the course, so maybe it's a good way to say that you have the course about this model, isn't it?
Yeah. The course is for quadrant quantum thinking, and it's happening around the world, very in various countries. So you just need to look for various Ericksonian organizers in various countries when they organize the training, and I appear in the training.
Can I ask you something, Peter?
Yes.
How many years did you experience coaching to reach this level of acknowledging this sequence?
Well, basically, I've been trying to understand physics for many years. Then I have been trying to understand coaching since 2008, and it took me approximately like 8 years till I was willing to say I'm a coach. And it was when I was getting to this level. For approximately 8 years, I was saying I do coaching. I was not willing to say I'm a coach. But when I get to this level, then I was willing to say I'm a coach.
Okay. You said 8.
8.
8. Okay. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
And congratulations on your 4 quadrants. Okay. It was a pleasure to listen to your experience.
Thank you for your commentary. I would say one more comment. See, that one of the secrets is to look out of beyond the box, and that's part of the 4 quadrant thinking, that looking out of the box. So if you are from one school, look at other schools, look at other approaches. That's all enriching. Looking out of the box is incredibly enriching.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think we are getting to the end of the session. So I really appreciate you being here and actively working, getting value from that, because that's valuable for me. I don't want to just spend time just like that. I like real people getting real outcomes from the interaction. That's the aim of the interaction. So thank you for your time being in this session and joining from various parts of the world, the International Coaching Week. And thank you, Sonata, for your support and actually making this happen. It was my pleasure being here with you all. So have a great day and have a great coaching week.
Well done. Thank you so much.
You well.
Thank you.